Welcome to Quick Bites. SimTheWorld here, making 5-star dishes in Cooking Simulator. Today we are tackling the grilled buffalo wings. Now this dish comes to you from the Food Network DLC. If we pop over to our laptop, I know we recently did one of these items too, but they added, what is this, 20, 30? I don't know. Can't count today. They added a lot of different menu items to the game and a new game mode. This is a little bit of an older one, but it's still menu items that you can use in even the base game, and it gives you more fame points. It's more complicated dishes, and there's new menu items too, and different foods to work with. So enough jibber jabber, let's get started with the process. If we start with the top, we need to take 100 milliliters of clarified butter, and we will fry this in a pot for 30 seconds. So we need 100 milliliters. We need this to go quickly, not too quickly now. Perfect, 100. That never happens. I will set the timer and we will go for 30 seconds. And we're at about 30 seconds. It goes a little bit over half. I'll cut the heat and we will move on to our next step. To the pot, we add 20 milliliters of barbecue sauce, wine vinegar, and 10 milliliters of honey. So we'll start with the barbecue sauce. Let's see if we can keep going with the perfect amounts. Nope, we messed it up already. That's alright, it's only 2 milliliters. They won't ding us for that. Make sure this is wine vinegar and not white vinegar. They are two different things. I believe that's good. Final thing is the 10 milliliters of honey. Be careful, these pour quick. We got the 10. So that's good for us. And next, this now fries for another 30 seconds. So timer starts now. And while that cooks, this would be a good time. You need to take 240 grams of chicken wings. Since chicken wings are 60 grams each, that is a total of 4. You want to put 5 grams of salt, pepper, and garlic on each wing, which will total 20. I already did that to take care of that, so we don't have to watch me picking through, making a mess of things. So with that was our 30 seconds. The sauce should be ready. Our next step is to put the mixture onto a baking tray and then set the chicken wings on top. Now, I did some testing because, of course, I messed it up originally. Make sure you follow the order. These, a lot of the time, matter. Because what I did was I put the chicken wings on the baking tray and dumped the mixture all over them, and the game didn't like that. I got a lower score, so you don't want to dump it over top. You want to set the wings onto the sauce. And since we have a 150 milliliter ladle, we can just use that, make sure it's the exact amount that they requested. Now we'll put the chicken wings on. I will try to lay these out flat, that way they cook evenly. I had issues before where I was stacking the wings on top of each other, and not all of them cooked at the same rate. So with the wings on the baking tray, this goes, and it says fries for 20 seconds. Obviously, we're not frying this on the stovetop, but we will put this in the oven. Watch out for that oven door. This would be a big mess if they fell. And this goes in for 20 seconds. while that goes, I'm going to grab a plate, because then once they're done in the oven, they get grilled on each side for 30 seconds. So it's kind of an elaborate process. The nice thing is, if you do this, have this on your menu item in your playthrough, you can have the wings all ready to go, all set up, and you can have that sauce in a big pot ready. So it's really not a big deal. It's just an elaborate cooking process. Of course, working with 4 chicken wings like this is kind of a pain. So this now goes for 30 seconds aside. We'll get the timer and keep an eye on it. We probably want each of these wings to finish off, but we don't want to burn them. And we are at 30 seconds, so I'm cutting the heat. Yeah, it's just starting to get a little crispy. Oh, that actually does look pretty good on the flip side. So we'll flip each of these over. Actually impressed. The game, these kind of look like something I wouldn't mind having, you know, at maybe a cheap restaurant or something. They look pretty good. Obviously, I don't know about the sauce and baking it like that. I'm American. I like my chicken wings deep fried and as much fat as possible. We have 15 seconds to go, and these things will be done. We'll cut the heat, we'll plate them, and serve them. Hopefully get our 5 stars. Alright, I'm 30 seconds. I don't think we really burned any of them. They should be good. Let's get them on a plate. And they look a lot better than my test plate, that is for sure. Yeah, my test plate had sauce all over one wing and the rest were dry. And they looked all weird. And we got our 5 stars. Perfect. So again, this really just shows we had some heating mistakes. Maybe that was just because there's a little bit of red on that bar. They might have grilled just a slight hair too long. But when you have your perks enabled in your own playthrough in the campaign, that will alleviate any of those issues, those small little details. And as you can see, it didn't affect our score. We still got the full 5 stars. So with that, hopefully this helped you in your cooking simulator careers. Thanks for watching as I simulate my life one game at a time. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss any of the future action. You can follow on Twitter for updates to future games being played, as well as follow on Twitch as I try to stream 3 days a week. Thanks, and I'll see you next time at SimTheWorld.